Well, today we're looking at a couple of vintage toys, which are very rarely for my collection is boxed. And I remember having these as a kid and loving them. But even then I thought they're quite ugly figures. But they were great fun, and they had, for the time, very impressive sort of features, which now, much like the one, like the Star Wars vehicles where they said got motor sound, and it was just a electric motor with a bit of plastic ratcheting on it. This is very similar. So these were made by Mattel, and it was a range of figures. I don't know whether they were called this in the States, but in Britain they were called Heroes in Action. And it was a series of World War II Marines and soldiers. I don't think we ever got, because I know in America they did like a police range and I think a German soldier range. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone let me know in the comments. But we only I think ever got the US soldiers. Not sure why, presumably they didn't sell very well. So these ones are by Mattel, but also they've got a Summer Rose label on them. I have no idea who Summer Rose are. That's a strange name for a war toy. But you see the paintings on these, quite nice, very comic Sergeant Rock style. So this is the mortar crew. They did two-man sets, I think 4 or 5 pardon me, I just can't shift this cough. 4 or 5 single figure sets, and I remember me and my brother having almost all of them. So this is the mortar crew with an 81mm mortar that recoils. The men move, you hear small arm sounds. Yes. Was there truth in advertising back then? Probably not. And then on the back it shows you, so move the lever to hear small arm sounds and make the men move. Arms can be posed, both men pivot from the waist. That was the other thing with these, that very limited articulation for figures, but we didn't care as a kid. Here's all the different ones. So there's 14 different individual figures. So point man, rifleman, CO commander, cleanup man, what was he like doing fatigues, ranger, grenade thrower, flamethrower, sniper, infantryman, marksman, sharpshooter. What's the difference between a marksman and a sharpshooter? Don't know, different rifle. Recon officer, heavy weapons man, bazooka man. And weirdly they all seem to have sleeveless tops on because of the method. You'll see in a second when I open them, the method they used to make the figures. And you see they came on a little display base. Even the individual figures came on a display base, because that's the mechanism that causes them to turn and fire their guns. So Rose Toys Limited, they must be the ones that distributed it in the UK, because they're from Wellingborough. And you see it's Mattel 74. Makes me feel old. And there's the Mattel symbol. And then this one is the machine gun crew. So again, 2-piece. It looks like one guy's throwing a hand grenade, one guy's using a machine gun. 50mm gun jumps. Men move, hear small arms sound. And then on the back, you can see, I don't know what that's meant to be. It's like a computer. I mean, it's too early for a computer. Ammo box or something. It just looks weird. Grenade thrower pivots from the waist, gunner sweeps position, machine recoils, same on the bottom. So let's open them up and have a look. My understanding is these are mint in box, so let's have a look. Certainly in the bag, nothing else in there. So it's popped out, it's been cut open. I wonder if it's complete. So we've got an instruction sheet to pop it together. I'm probably not going to pop the bits together because it looks like they're surprisingly still all on the screw, and these are so rare and old that to see it operate, I'll put the men on the stand and you'll get an idea, because they weren't that impressive. So you get different mortars, grease gun, a radio that looks unlike any radio I've ever seen. So, oh no, it was this machine gun that had that weird computer thing. We'll have a look, see what that is. So put it together, pop it on the base, and then pop the figures on. Let's have a look at these figures. Ooh, he's got that weird sort of mildew that you get on figures. You get a lot on the Star Wars figures. So you can see they are pretty ugly figures with massive arms. So the arms pivot, and you see why they're sleeveless sort of coats, because the arms are moulded in a different colour. They could have done something, I reckon. But look at the faces are so ugly. You can see them, really ugly faces, and again he pivots. Look at the size of them arms. He's getting a bit moulded as well. And what would happen is, you see up there, he's got an iris that's quite deep, and he can click on there like that. Where around does he go? Like that? Yeah. No, like that. And then you would move this, and you see they move. Let's clear that. See they move. He's not stuck on, is he? Come on. Come on, mate. Put some effort in. There we go. And then it'll be, I don't know if you can see it now, but there's all gears and there's just little bits of plastic, and that's the noise. That's meant to be the machine gun fire. Let's have a look at this one. I imagine it'll be in a similar condition. Yeah, so it's been cut open but not. Oh, so it's a radio. Radio, that makes more sense than a computer. So look at the weaponry you get. So you get a machine gun, radio, grease gun again, not sure what that's meant to be, is that a BAR? And a tube. Actually, it's exactly the same base, isn't it? I never realised. Is that right? Where does he go then? Oh, I see. So this time this guy doesn't move, but the gun would. Yeah, that's interesting. So this one doesn't do anything on this set. That's a bit weird. So how's that moved? There must be something in there that moves it. It says gunner sweeps position, but it can't because that doesn't move. You could put him up there, I suppose. That would be weird, but he goes there. And he's got the same legs as other fella. And he goes there. So the grenade thrower moves, but he doesn't. So look. No, that doesn't do anything. Ah, so one of the legs on the machine gun. No. That goes down in there and that turns. That's interesting, but I don't really want to cut them out. So normally I cut these things open, but I've never seen boxed ones of these like this before. So I'm all for cutting open rare things. So you get an idea from them. They were very simplistic, but I used to love them as a kid. Like I said, pretty much the whole set. And then they sort of disappeared off the face of the earth and no one mentioned them. And then I've seen a few sort of rough ones on eBay, usually in America. And then these two come up and they're only a tenner each. And like I say, it's still boxed, still sealed. Not quite mint, but as mint as I'm ever going to get them. So I thought I'd better get them. They're really hideously ugly, but also lovely in their own right. I'm going to see, I don't know what I can use to clean this. Probably some alcohol, get rid of this mould. Might be a cure for something. My cough, perhaps. But yeah, let me know if you had these, or did you have the police ones? I think they were SWAT. I seem to remember seeing adverts for them in the comics. And I'm sure they were called something else in America. But if you know, let me know. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more sort of old figures that are a bit unusual, I've got a few recently, like the Tonkers and that. They just seem to be coming up now that they never used to. But yeah, let me know and I'll dig some out. And we have a Patreon now, Imar Models. I'll put the link below if you want to help us out there. But otherwise, just thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.